All right. Welcome back, everyone, for another deep dive. Today, we are talking crypto.
Oh, yeah.
It's a wild world out there, and we're going to try to make sense of some of these major trends
Absolutely.
we've been seeing lately, and specifically, we're going to look at Bitcoin, Ether ETFs, and BlackRock making moves into DeFi.
Big moves.
Yeah. So by the time we're done with this deep dive, you're going to have a much clearer idea of where things might be headed in the crypto space.
For sure. And it is a very interesting time to be watching this space with so much in flux right now.
It is a very interesting time, and that's why we're here.
Yeah.
To dive in, so let's start with Bitcoin. Its dominance has taken a bit of a hit.
It has.
It's down to 56.1%, the lowest it's been in 2 years.
Yeah.
And it's even broken through a 2-year support line. So what does that signal to you?
Well, I think it's a possible shift in investor sentiment. When Bitcoin's dominance falls, it often suggests that investors are looking for opportunities elsewhere. They're hoping for larger returns. And this is what people are referring to as Altseason.
Altseason.
Huh.
Okay, so it's not just like a random dip. This could be a sign of something bigger.
Yeah, it could definitely be a sign of something bigger.
What's catching your eye in the altcoin world?
Well, we're seeing some strong performance in a few key areas right now. Things like layer 2 scaling solutions, Polygon, for example, making Ethereum transactions faster and cheaper is attracting a lot of attention.
Interesting.
Also, privacy coins, like Monero are seeing a resurgence, probably driven by concerns about financial surveillance.
Okay.
And of course, Ether itself is seeing a significant boost.
Which brings us to Ether ETFs. They just hit record inflow, $332.9 million. On November 29th. That's huge.
It's massive.
What's driving this surge of interest?
Well, I think it's a combination of factors. I mean, the overall positive sentiment around Ethereum right now, driven by its technological advancements, and that growing ecosystem is definitely playing a role. Also, the anticipation of spot Ether ETFs finally being approved in the U.S. has likely added fuel to the fire. And we can't forget about the institutional players like BlackRock, who are now heavily involved.
BlackRock, that's the name everyone's talking about these days. And, their involvement in both the Ether ETFs and DeFi is definitely intriguing. So can you explain their move into DeFi a bit more for us? What's the significance of this partnership with Curve?
BlackRock is essentially opening a new pathway for traditional finance to interact with DeFi by integrating their tokenized money market fund, BUIDL, into the DeFi ecosystem. They're enabling holders to mint Elixir's DUSD stablecoin and swap it on Curve for other stablecoins.
Wow.
This opens up DeFi to potentially billions of dollars in institutional real-world assets.
So this isn't just some tech experiment. This is a potential game changer for how these institutions are engaging with DeFi.
Yeah, it signals a growing acceptance and integration of DeFi principles into mainstream finance.
It seems like we're seeing a convergence of trends here. Bitcoin's dip, Ether's rise, institutional money flowing into DeFi.
Absolutely. It's a lot to process. It is a lot to process, and it raises a really crucial question. If traditional finance giants like BlackRock are increasingly involved in crypto, what does that say about the future of the industry? And how might these trends influence your own investment decisions?
Those are some great questions to consider. We've covered a lot of ground today, but this is just the beginning of the conversation.
Yeah.
We encourage you to continue exploring these trends, see where your own deep dive takes you.
Absolutely.
Until next time, happy investing.